doing today is installing this LED light kit on my 2007 BMW 335i. We're going to be converting the entire interior from the halogen bulbs into the LED bulbs. So this is the kit I got off of Amazon. It's made by Parts Am. I'll leave a link in the description. It's 20 pieces. This is going to be the glove box and the 2 license plates. These are going to be for the vanity mirrors and the trunk. And these are going to be for the map lights, the dome lights, and the courtesy door lights, so basically everything else. This is a quick diagram that I found online. I don't remember exactly where I found it, however, it does show a good diagram of where the lights are supposed to go, the 4 diode, the 3 diode, and of course the other thin 3 diode lights, so reference this later in the install. By the end of this project, you're going to have 2 4 diode light bulbs and 2 of the 3 diode light bulbs, the one with the 2 diodes on the side and the one on top, and you're going to use all of the 3 diode strip. So the breakdown of how it's going to go, you're going to use a 3 diode strip in the glove box, 2 3 diodes for the license plate lights, a 4 diode light in the trunk light, the one that's inside the trunk. You're going to use a 4 diode light for the driver vanity light, the one with the mirror and the sunshade, and the same for the passenger side. 4 diode, and you're going to use one of those for the passenger side vanity. And for the front map lights and dome lights, you're going to use 3 of the thin ones, the thin 3 diodes. For the driver footwell, you're going to use 1 thin diode. For the passenger footwell, you're going to use 1 thin diode. And for the driver door and the passenger door, you're also going to use 1 thin diode. My rear passenger and rear driver door do not have those door lights when you open the door, so I had 2 left over. I don't know if that's an option. If it is an option, you would use those 2 lights. If not, you just have 2 extra lights if they go out. We're going to start here at the map light and dome light, and we're going to remove this hazy plastic cover. So take your pry tool, and if you don't have one, I definitely recommend that you invest in one for this project, and go ahead and get it behind, get it in that ledge closer to the back of the car and start prying. And definitely use 2 hands for this. And be careful and work your way around the plastic and it should come out. I got the hazy plastic cover off, and we're going to use this light, the one that looks like this, to replace both map lights and the dome light. This dome light here is best removed with your fingers. It's really easy to get to, there's plenty of space. And you just go ahead, get a good grip on it and pull, and it'll come right out. The new LED bulb goes right in its place, just like that, in that orientation. And if the LED bulb doesn't work the first time, flip it around and then it should work. Perfect. And if it doesn't come on, switch the polarity because LEDs are polarity specific. And now we're going to replace the map lights. This map light was extremely difficult to remove, and I ended up just using pliers. You just have to be careful with it so you don't break the bulb. This bit was extremely difficult, but the way I did it is to first use the pry tools to get the black housing off, and then use pliers to gently but firmly grip the outsides of the light bulb, the sides of the light bulb, and pull it out. You're not going to be able to get your fingers in there. It's too narrow to get a good grip. So now we just insert the LED the same way we did with the dome light. You might need to use both thumbnails and both hands to get the LED in there because it's a tight squeeze. Pliers make it so much easier to pry these out. So just push it in and we got it first try. Now we have that on, and we just go ahead and, well, I'm gonna wipe this down, but we just go ahead and put this hazed cover back on. So pop this one in like so. The hazy cover is a real pain to get back on after this step. Here about 8 months later, I still don't have the hazy cover all the way in place. I just tried to put it in to the best of my ability. There's still 1 or 2 clips in the back that aren't perfect, and it doesn't sit flush, but it doesn't really bother me. And one day when I have the patience, I'll go back and fully tighten it and fully push it on. But just try it to the best of your ability, and it'll be fine if you can't get it all the way on. Now we'll work on the rear dome light. For the rear dome light and map light, you're going to use the pry tool again, but this time you're going to pry the side that's closer to the rear of the car. Pry from this side. The process back here is identical to the front map light and front dome light. We have all 3 bulbs replaced, and we're just going to put the front cover on just like we did in the front. This cover actually went back on perfectly. It was only the front one that gave me problems. Next, we're going to be working on the Footwell lights, and this is found in the driver's side footwell and the passenger side footwell. and we're going to be replacing these with the LEDs. You pull it out by inserting a screwdriver or something in here, and then the bulb just pops right out. So you need to pull out the bulb. There's a black tab, there's a black wire that goes in here. You just need to pull on the tab that's on this wire, and this light assembly comes out. And then you need to pull this bulb out and put the LED in, and just put it back in. Once you've removed the housing and detached the wire, you pull out the halogen bulb that's in that spot and you put the LED bulb in. And this is the same one that you used in the map light. Here we have the LED back in, and we're just going to plug it in and reverse the steps. So this black tab, you put it back in. The side with the tab that you see here that you can pull on, that side goes up, and then put it back in, make sure it works. And this is the same process that you repeat for all the bulbs that look like this. So that would be the driver's side footwell light, and that would be the door light. This is the same process that's when you open the door, the light that's under the door, the housing is going to look just like this, and you're going to repeat this process there. So plug the tab in, and make sure if the light works, go ahead and just push it back in. Just like that, you're done. And when I say courtesy lights, I mean these right here. This is what you need to change out. To clarify, these are the lights on the bottom of the door facing the ground. I replaced this one in the past with the BMW courtesy light, so it projects a logo. I'm not sure what I'm going to do. I might just put the stock bulbs back in because these aren't that bright. I went and got my stock housings back from my garage, and they should look like what we worked on in the Footwell, and I ended up putting the LED in there just like we did in the Footwell. Here for the vanity lights, so you just pull at it from the side here, pull at it from the side, and then replace it with one of these LEDs. And same for the other side. Process again for the glove box, just like the doors and the vanity mirrors. Replace it with this one though. This is the old bulb and this is the new bulb. What we do is you have to insert a screwdriver in the slot here, push it, and then you have to push this whole light assembly to the side, and then you can wiggle it out. Now the trunk is similar, the trunk light in here is similar to the other ones in that you pull the plastic housing down, but you use one of these LED bulbs instead, the one with the 4 diodes. Just test the lights before you fully install them, and basically just push them back in the way you took them out. For the finished product, those are the license plate bulbs. If we pop the trunk here, we have white LEDs in there. Open the back seat. Now it is showing up blue, or more blue on camera than it is in real life, but we have effectively changed all of the LEDs from all of the lights from halogens to LEDs. I'm extremely pleased with this install. It came out extremely well, and I'm so happy. I really recommend that you do this as well. It was difficult in some parts, but I'd be happy to help you if you commented below. And please like and subscribe. See you later. These pictures captured the true color of the light a lot better. It is a lot whiter than the camera shows. The camera shows it is really blue. But overall, I'm so happy with this product. It was only about $20 on Amazon for all of these LEDs, and I still have extras. And this is in comparison to a lot of other kits that are much more expensive than this one. And for $20, it's a great buy. And the product is great, and I'm talking to you about 8-9 months after I've installed the product, and it is still doing fantastic. It's really bright, and I think it's worth every dollar. It's a fantastic product. Look no further. I'll leave a link in the description to the product, and if you like it, go ahead and pick it up. I'm not sponsored, but go ahead and like the video, subscribe, and I'll catch you in the next one.